nation's capital, Abuja, Nigeria's capital. And the sun is out. Yes, you can see that I'm squinting my eyes. And participants are all getting ready, obviously, for talks again on how to move the nation's education sector with a view of improving the nation's economy. Fisayo-Bambi from Abuja. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yes, indeed. 10 vacant seats over there for 10 great minds that will be sitting on those seats at different sessions, that will be taking place, obviously, here at the Nigerian Economic Summit. And those 10 great minds, these 10 great seats, represent the willingness to discuss issues that should move the nation's economy forward, with particular focus on education. And it is day 2, one more day to go, right here at the Nigerian Economic Summit in Abuja.
Fisayo-Bambi, listen. You can imagine the state of affairs in our country 54 years after our independence. Yes, we've been talking. If, in spite of all the talk and all the conferences and all the meetings, things are the way they are, my question to you would be, what would have happened if we weren't talking at all? What would have happened if we were not even challenging the status quo? If we are not saying, listen, we need change, we need improvement? My response is this: we will continue to speak. Citizens must continue to speak for as long as it takes to bring about change. Leadership and followership is shared responsibility.
Well, I think the conversations are very engaging and interesting. Listening to the panelists and also listening to the audience, I got a sense that we have a few things we can do to get it right. One of them, for me clearly, is to define the vision, articulate clearly what our expectations from our educational institutions and sector. The second one is to put in a monitoring framework, put on the indicators and put in a monitoring framework. The third one is to devolve responsibility and authority, create more autonomy for the schools, let schools take responsibility for what they do. I think that for us to be able to measure outcome, we have to be at the micro level. Gathering our data at the macro level and comparing them will make it difficult for us to see where the laggards are and where the successful ones are. So we need to disentangle the data and look at it at the micro level. Which schools, which local governments, which states are doing the right things. It also came out strongly that the Inspectorate Division of the Education Ministry needs to be enhanced. And enhancing the Inspectorate Division means that we have to look at our country and our growth projections. We have 160 million people today. It looks to me like the Inspectorate Division is still primed to look after 40 million people. So we need to change that. We need to put more people on ground. We need to create capacity for the Inspectorate Division across all the tiers of government. And then we need to create a framework for measuring this outcome. So from what I can see today, there are clear benchmarks. And one of the ones I think is the low-hanging fruit is to go back to the regulatory agencies in the government and review them. Do a capacity assessment. Do they have the capacity for the work they've been trying to do? Do they have the resources? Does their legal mandate cover the new trends in education? I believe if we do that, we are going to be onto something big in making our education sector work.
The teachers deliver the product. They're the ones that actually give the service to the kids. And if that's the case, then they've got to be the quality. They've got to have the quality they require. So the whole recruitment process is going to be thorough, as you would for a consulting firm. The training that you give them to increase their continuing exposure has got to be extremely thorough, just like you do with a consulting firm. And the amount of money you pay them definitely has got to be adequate, otherwise you lose them, just like with consulting firms. So that's a little discovery that I've made. It's not like I didn't realize it, but all of a sudden the penny really dropped today. That really is the foundation, because then they can, like our consultants, complain when the system is not working right. They can complain when the support mechanism that they need is not going right. They can fix it themselves, which our consultants do, and they can demand for things all on the basis that if you want us to do a damn good job, you'd better be equipping us properly to do it. So that's almost like a nice model or philosophy that you can have at the back of your mind in terms of what we do with getting our schools or our educational system to work. That's the first primary thing that I think I've come to realize.
Day 2 here at the Nigerian Economic Summit, and I'm at the exhibition. Obviously, an exhibition is taking place, and here we do have, multinational companies, homegrown companies as well. And as you can see by my side, we've got one of the pillars of banking industry in this country. We also have some from the airline industry, and quite a number of companies over here at this exhibition. All right, whoa. The oil has transformed itself, absolutely. You can see lovely, beautiful colors over here. And you can see we're also expecting amazing performances this evening. It is day 2, and this is the second dinner. The first dinner held yesterday. And the promises will be a very exciting evening. I'm looking forward to it, absolutely. And also for the food as well. Something that really I'm looking forward to.